Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news. Something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, what's really shaking up the NFL landscape right now? Well, the rumors are swirling around the Cincinnati Bengals and their defensive front. And when you hear what's being discussed, it's hard not to think about the ripple effect it could have on the Giants. Especially on their quest to turn that formidable front seven into a true game-changer. The Bengals, sitting at a 3-4 record, are looking to make some bold moves before the trade deadline on November 4th. And one name that's been floating around in whispers is Trey Hendrickson. Now, Hendrickson isn't just any pass rusher. He's a proven Pro Bowler from 2021 through 2023. And he's been a key figure in Cincinnati's defense, with a career tally of 62 sacks and 118 quarterback hits. His ability to pressure the passer is well documented. His PFF pass rush grade of 89.8 over the years speaks volumes about his consistency and impact. But here's the kicker. Despite this impressive resume, the Bengals are reportedly open to trading Hendrickson, offering a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fourth-round pick in 2027 in exchange. Why? Well, Cincinnati is in a sort of rebuild mode after extending Joe Burrow. And they're prioritizing their secondary, which has been pretty leaky this season. Ranking 22nd overall with just 2.4 sacks per game, they've got about $15 million in cap space. And they're clearly trying to shuffle the deck to better position themselves for the future. The interesting part? Cincinnati is pretty skeptical about acquiring a pass rusher like Hendrickson at 31. Especially when they have younger options and other needs, such as shoring up their offensive line and their secondary. Zach Taylor, their head coach, has been focusing on resetting the team's identity. And he's showing some cautious optimism about the trade prospects. But he's also aware of the price and the risk involved. The Bengals are eyeing a future where they can build from within. And that's why they're willing to listen to offers for Hendrickson, even though he's been a consistent performer. With 8 sacks last season, 20 pressures, and a 23% win rate on his pass rushes in 2025. Not to mention, he's been remarkably healthy this year, with no injuries and playing about 90% of the snaps, earning a stellar PFF grade of 96 against the Ravens. If he joins the Giants, he could significantly elevate their pass rush, especially with the team currently ranked around 20th in pressure rate, averaging 2.6 sacks per game. Now, let's step back a little and talk about what the Giants are trying to do this season. Coming into 2023, expectations were somewhat tempered, but with a 3-4 record, they're still very much alive in the playoff hunt. What's been encouraging is their defense, which has shown flashes of dominance, especially when they're able to generate pressure. Currently, the Giants are ranked 20th in pressure, but they're aiming higher. They've got players like Thibodeau, who's been impressive with 5 sacks, and they've been doing a good job of forcing turnovers, averaging 1.3 per game with Lawrence leading the charge. The defense has been a bit inconsistent, but there's a real opportunity to transform it into a top 10 unit. Something that could happen if they add a player like Hendrickson. Imagine Hendrickson lining up on that defensive line with Thibodeau and Burns. creating a relentless pass rush that can collapse the pocket on quarterbacks like Dak Prescott, who's been a little bit shaky at times this season. The Giants' pass rush, which ranks around 20th, could become a nightmare for opposing offensive lines. Their internal pressure numbers show that they can improve, and with Hendrickson's experience and technical skill, the Giants could see their sacks per game rise to around 4. Similar to what the Eagles achieved last season with Reddick. That would be a game changer, especially in division matchups where every sack, every pressure, can be the difference between victory and defeat. Now, the NFL odds are also reflecting the potential impact of this move. Some betting lines are indicating odds of plus 120,000 for Hendrickson to be a playoff sack leader, which has now been shortened to plus 4,000. That's a significant shift, and it suggests that if he joins the Giants, he could become an X factor in their playoff push. His ability to pressure the quarterback and generate sacks in critical moments could turn close games into wins. And that's exactly what the Giants need to elevate their defense into elite territory. From a strategic point of view, this move makes a lot of sense. The Giants have been focusing on building a strong front seven, and adding a proven pass rusher like Hendrickson could be the piece that unlocks their full potential. Think about how he would complement players like Thibodeau, who's been developing into a reliable edge presence, and Burns, who's been solid as well. Their combined pressure rates could create nightmares for offenses, especially with the secondary tightening up thanks to improved coverage. It's a classic recipe: pressure up front, forcing turnovers, and then turning those opportunities into points. That's how a team transforms into a championship contender. And let's not forget the broader picture here. The Giants are in a division that's arguably one of the most competitive in the NFL. With the Eagles, Cowboys, and even the Commanders all vying for supremacy. The Eagles, in particular, have been impressive with their pass rush led by Reddick, and the Giants need to answer that challenge. Adding Hendrickson could be the key to not just matching but surpassing their division rivals' pass rush capabilities. It's about establishing dominance on defense. And if they manage to pull this deal off, it could set the tone for the rest of the season, giving the Giants a real shot at making a deep playoff run. So, what's the bottom line? Well, the potential trade of Trey Hendrickson to the Giants could be one of the most impactful moves before the deadline. It's a bold strategy, but one that could pay off massively if it materializes. The Giants are looking to turn their defense into a real force, and Hendrickson's proven track record and current form make him an ideal addition. His presence could elevate the entire front seven, making the Giants a nightmare for any quarterback and a team that opponents will have to prepare for meticulously. It's the kind of move that can shift power dynamics within the division. And for Giants fans, it's an exciting prospect to consider. Remember, this is all happening in the background of a season that's still very much alive for the Giants. They've got the talent, the coaching staff, and now, possibly, the opportunity to add a player who could be a difference maker in the second half of the year. As we get closer to the deadline, keep an eye out for official announcements, because if this trade goes through, it's going to send shockwaves through the NFL and give the Giants that extra edge they need to chase that Super Bowl dream once again. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think adding Hendrickson could be the spark that takes this defense to the next level? Or do you believe the Giants should focus on other areas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. Thanks for being here, and let's keep the passion alive.